1/8, 1/8, 1/8.
For Miss A, her math problem
How many eighths does it take to equal one whole?
is figuring out how to get 25 desks in a 300 square foot classroom.
Space is a precious commodity here. What's the top number called?
With 25 students, this Burroughs Elementary room is a tight fit.
People don't talk about the physical environment and the physical limitations of the classroom as well when you have 25 to 30 students. I've had multiple kids bonk their heads with each other when they're just trying to scoot out their chairs.
Across town, there are open seats at this movie theater at 103rd and Memorial. Star World 20, like many other businesses, are helping fund schools through property taxes. Except the county treasurer says this theater didn't pay up in 2012. Theater owner Spirit Master Funding, owned by Thomas H. Nolan, owes $126,000, the most for last year alone.
So if you can give us a call back, that'd be great.
We called the Arizona-based company, but they didn't return our calls. And they're not alone. The 2 News investigators poured over 1,000 pages of 18,000 properties owned by individuals and businesses that owe taxes for the year of 2012 at a grand total of $20 million when you add in interest. Record show number 2 on the list is Resource One. It's a direct marketing firm and owes $122 grand in property taxes. They too didn't return our calls. Then there's this shopping center at 61st and South Memorial, Eaton Square. Its former owner, Transcontinental Realty out of Dallas, owes $107,000 for 2012, according to the treasurer's office. Its CEO didn't call us back either, but that's just 2012. Our investigators dug deeper than just into these 1,000 pages. The investigators found the theater actually owes another 10 grand more in interest, making its grand total $136,000. And records show that Resource One did not pay in 2012 or in 2011 as well. They actually owe a grand total of $286,000. And Eaton Square owes more than $500,000 when you add up their back taxes and interest, still going all the way back to 2009.
It's a lot of money.
But we didn't stop there. We found one business owes taxes on 100 properties. Brightside Properties owns and rents out dozens of homes. They owe $201,000 in taxes for the past 3 years. The owner, Rod Sperlin, didn't answer the door or return our calls. We wanted to know what happens to these violators. So we went to the Tulsa County Treasurer's office.
If they're not paid, they begin accruing interest at the rate of 1.5% per month.
For the property owners here and the thousands of others who still owe for last year, that interest started accruing on May 15th. Eventually, after 3.5 years, if the property taxes and interest are not paid,
the property will be sold for non-payment of taxes.
And Eaton Square is one of those properties ready to be sold for back taxes. However, we talked to the new owner, U.S. Acquisition Properties out of Denver, and they are planning to pay $146,000 of those back taxes by the end of the month to keep it from being sold. They also told 2 News they plan to pay the rest of the taxes owed by the previous owner over time. In a statement, they said, "We just took title of the property in the past 30 days. We have been getting our arms around the property and what needs to be addressed." But for the rest of the property owners who owe back taxes, every dollar not paid can't help the services it is supposed to fund. 46% of property taxes goes to county services like the library and the health department. The other 54% all goes to schools. That means just the money owed in property taxes for 2012, the money that would go to schools, could pay the salaries for 200 TPS teachers.
Those should be equal.
For Miss A, that solution could mean fewer students in her classroom, more room for the children, and more room to learn.
Well, you think that at some point in time, I don't know if it's getting community, parents involved, that we recognize the ramifications of these large class sizes on our students.
Again, there are more than 18,000 properties on the list of delinquent taxes, and over the next few months, we'll continue to dig deeper into who owes and just how badly it affects our schools and our community. To see a list of the top 10 businesses on who owes the most, just head over to our website, kjrh.com, and look for this story under investigations. Marla Carter, 2 News works for you.